Hi everyone, this is Ginger with Gingerberry Creek, and today's tutorial is going to explain how to rip the cotton fabrics for your bows and stuff on your items. I've finished my little Frankenstein here, and now I'm to the part in the pattern where it tells me that I need to rip a piece of fabric, like 1 inch by 20 inches or whatever. So here's my fabric. I've cut a piece. It's a wide piece like this. With my scissors, I just cut it, and I'm ready to now rip the fabric. So what I'm gonna do is have my nice scissors here, and so what you do is when you first cut it, what you'll need to do is you'll need to do one rip to kind of straighten up the fabric. So what I do with that is I will do a cut here, just a little cut, just like this, and then I will hang on to both sides and I will just pull like this, and I will rip all the way down the fabric just like this. Okay, and what this does is it straightens out the edge. Now when you get down to the other end, because of the way the manufacturers do, you may need to kind of just cut that little piece. And usually this will be kind of one size at the beginning and bigger at the other end. So I set that off to the side to use for later. And then now this is ready to rip again for the piece that I actually want to use. So I just do the same thing. So here I've ripped it. It's now a nice straight ripped edge. Plus I want it to be ripped for kind of the primitive, rustic, kind of edging. I don't want it to be nice and smooth. I want it to be frayed like that and everything. So now what I'm going to do again is, now this is where I would, measure about 1 inch. So here on my table, I'm going to kind of put that edge there. I'm going to find my 1 inch mark here. I'm going to cut a little notch like this, just enough to start it like that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and then just pull just like this, and just pull all the way down the length of the fabric until I get to this other end. All right, and then it'll kind of stop on its own like that. You'll just need to trim it. And then I put this off to the side, get it out of my way. And then what I do is I like to cut these ends, because these are the manufactured ends where they kind of clean them up and stuff. You don't want those, so I just clip them and throw them away. And clip this end too, because this usually has like all of the fabric information on it and stuff, so I just clip it off. And then what I'll do is I'll measure out how much I need to use, and I'll cut what I need. So here's my piece that I need to make a bow. Now what I like to do also is take this and iron it now. So I'm going to bring in my iron. And because the edges like to curl up and I don't want them to be like that, so I'm just gonna iron this real quick, get it nice and straight to work with. Alrighty, so now move that out of the way again. So now I've got it all nice and ironed and straightened. So all I'm gonna do is kind of clean up all these threads and get rid of them. So clean that up. it's easier to work with if you kind of pull off the excess threads that are getting in your way. So I just do that. And now you can see that the edges are both frayed. And just I like the rustic, you know, primitive feel of it. And now I'm just gonna make my bow for attaching to the side of my item here. Or the pattern may tell you that you need to wrap it around the neck and then tie it into a bow. So I'm just gonna make a bow here. And you can make them however you want. This is just how I like to do it when I rip the fabric and do it. I try to do it like this and straighten them out so that, you know, when I go to attach, then it's the printed side that I see. I like to stick, I'll put my finger into them here, like one end here. Actually, I'll do one end like that and the other end on another finger, and then I'll pull on my thing, my tail here, the end, and same on this side until I get a nice shape, just like that. Let's see, that should work on my little guy here. I think that's right. And now what I do to make the little V-notch at the ends here, I trim the ends. I fold the fabric in half. So here's the fabric. I just kind of fold the end, or the ends here, like that. And then, I don't know, I kind of guess sometimes you can measure it if you would like. But and now I'm just going to cut at an angle, and that's going to make a nice, like, V mark in my end there. And then on this one, I'm going to fold this in half as well. And then I'm going to kind of measure against the other one that I did, so I know exactly kind of where to cut at. So I know that I need to cut right about there. And I'm going to hold that, and I'm going to cut at an angle again. So now the ends both have the V notches, and my bow is made and ready to put onto my finished Frankenstein. And then, you know, I would just hot glue this once I get the feet attached and everything. So that's how you rip the fabric, and that's how I make a bow when I do it, and clip the ends to my desired length. So that's all there is to it. So that's how you do that part, or that technique, for your primitive dolls. I hope this has been helpful and that you've enjoyed this tutorial, and stay tuned for more. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye.